Talk, exclusively on the Foulmouth's Patreon. And now, here is Mr. Foulmouth Ken and Locky Lo.
Yo.
What's going on?
What's up?
We're back.
We're back with another Can We Talk.
Oh, yeah.
Shout out to the Patreon. What's going on? Hope everybody's doing good. We're recording this on a Thursday here, and me and Mr. Locky Lo, as you heard. And
talk about.
Yeah, we got some good topics to bring up to you guys, and we're just here to chill out and say what's up to the Patreon family. A big shout out to everybody on the Patreon.
Yeah.
So, I mean, we got a lot to discuss, like you said, man. We got a lot of topics we're bringing into.
Right, we got a little update, too, on the Kavanaugh case, which is pretty interesting.
Yeah, a little update there. We're going to be talking about the UFC. We're going to be talking about this weekend, what's going on as far as scheduling.
Monetize this championship coming up.
Yep, that too. And scheduling for the Foulmouths Network this weekend. We got to let you know what the deal is with that. I mean, many of you know I'm going away to Boston, and I don't know what the festivities are going to be in Boston, but what I do know is that I am going to Salem in Boston.
Nice.
And I'm going to be watching the McGregor fight, and we'll talk about that in a little while as well. But I'm going to be watching that fight at a bar somewhere. And also, that's going on that night, now it's definitely confirmed since the Yankees won yesterday, is that the Yankees will be in town when I'm there to play a Saturday night playoff game against the Boston Red Sox.
Good timing.
So the two teams that with the biggest, probably you could say the biggest rivalry going, and definitely in baseball, are going to touch off this weekend, Saturday night in Boston.
Epic.
And yeah, they're going to start a playoff series here in the first round, which everybody knows it's the best 3 out of 5. So it's not like it's a 7-game series or anything, but still, when these two teams get together, it's always fireworks. I wouldn't be surprised if you had some bench clearing brawls. You had some, you're going to see a little bit of everything in this series that's coming up. And remember, 3 out of 5. It is a struggle right from the get-go when you're playing a 3 out of 5 series. So it's like, heads are in the game. They're ready to go. The Yankees got something to prove. Boston's had their number for the last, 15 years, really. And, Yankees got a young club, and this is, they did the same thing last year.
Are you going to be actually there watching the game?
Well, see, here was the deal. The deal was, Filthy was trying to get me to go to this game. Like, he just would not stop asking me. So
right.
I was like, I wouldn't mind going, but then I thought about it, and I was like, you know what, man, I don't want to deal with Yankee and Boston fucking fans, man. Like, that's the last fucking thing I want to do. You know what I mean? So I was like, maybe I might pass on that. And he was like, come on, we'll never experience that, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, yeah, but you know what?
Yeah, you guys are going to Salem where they executed witches and all that.
Yeah,
shit.
man, that shit is sick over there, bro. It's
I
was there last year. Was the first time I went to Boston, and it was very fun. Matter of fact, we stopped in on Monetize This. I forgot what number it was. I think it was like 120 something or 130 something, somewhere in there.
Right, you actually sat in Joe's chair.
Yeah, we sat. Joe got up to act like he was going to the bathroom or whatever he was doing, and all of a sudden I come in with my hoodie on. And I sit down, and I hear right away in the microphone, in the earphones, I hear, who the fuck is that? And somebody said, oh, unless Joe just fucking ate a ton of food and got a little bit fatter, I don't know who the fuck that is, right? And I'm like, oh, thanks. And then fucking all of a sudden, I peek up my head, and I'm like, shh. And that's that photo that we use for Can I Talk, where I'm going, shh.
Everybody was probably shocked, too, Foulmouth Ken is in fucking Joe's
Yeah,
house.
it was a pretty cool night, man, because me and Filthy set up off to the side of Joe, and we did Monetize This for a little while, which was pretty cool to be at the dude's house, you know what I mean? Somebody that I've watched for a long time, and to get to be a part of everything and all that shit. And then all of a sudden I'm there. It's funny, this is the photo right here. I'll show you on the screen. That's the photo right there of me when I looked up. I was going, shh.
Oh, that was there?
Yeah, that's at Joe's house right there.
Wow.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, so who's actually in the running for this belt now?
Well, there's a lot of people, I think, tomorrow as far as in running for it. There's a lot of people,
I haven't kept up lately.
Kara is the defending champ, I think. That's Leah's sister.
So Leah's sister holds the belt right now.
Yeah, she holds the belt right now. And I think, Joe's got a serious chance of winning it because he's got like money in the bank and this and that in the bank and fucking this in the bank. And
so does Fahmy.
Fahmy also, yeah, he won money in the bank too. So he's got a serious shot at it as well. Yeah. So,
wow.
Yeah, pretty cool. It'll be a wild night. I'm not going to be there because I'm going to Boston, like I said. So, unfortunately, I'm going to miss it. But, what are you going to do?
Well, what are you, like a 2-time or 3-time champion?
I'm a 4-time.
4-time champion.
That's right, baby. Really 4 fucking time champion.
Maybe hopefully soon they'll make you a 5-time.
That's when people used to vote for me. People still vote for me, but not like
so many times.
No, I know. That's why I don't complain. I would never complain.
Like somebody else.
Which I totally get. You know what I mean? I get that. But it's funny how you go from I had it in the bag a couple of times, where I was like, holy fuck, I was destroying it.
Right.
And then there's other times where
bombs at the end.
Yeah, so and I've also had bad luck at the end too, man. For instance, Kara, she beat me with the cash-in of Money in the Bank. So it was I've had some shit luck at the end sometimes too. So, but whatever, man. It's all good. It's all in fun. So.
Now, are you keeping up with this whole Kavanaugh situation that's going on?
Actually, yes, I am, and I
know we discussed it, briefly on our feelings, but now it's starting to get really amped up. I feel like the heat is on.
Yeah,
the Democrats are starting to flip out. They're getting very angry right now because I guess they saw the FBI investigation, the actual report.
And everybody's pointing a finger at each other now at this point.
They said there's gaping holes in the investigation, and it just sounds like little babies.
There's fucking gaping holes in their assholes. That's what the gaping holes are.
Right, they're just looking for something at this point, and they're not getting what they want. So, but they say hopefully by next week the Senate will meet back up again, and they'll start to have a vote. And I'm hoping that they do the right thing because this guy does have a great reputation, and we don't want to turn people off that have good reputations like this to not want to do this because they feel like they're going to be attacked.
Yeah.
So he also said, he made a statement because I guess that whole SNL skit that happened, and he said that he was being viciously attacked lately, but he did admit that he was very emotional during the hearing. So he said I might have been too emotional at times. He said he knows his tone was sharp, and that he said a few things that he shouldn't have said.
Yeah.
He also said, publicly, I hope everyone can understand that I was there as a son, a husband, and a dad.
Yeah.
He testified to 5 people foremost in his mind. He said, my mom, my dad, my wife, and most of all, my daughter. So this guy is like a family guy. Anybody could put an act on, of course. It's kind of like what you said, you don't know the guy personally, and I don't. But like I said before, there's no evidence supporting this. Eventually, there's only so long that they could delay before they have to make a decision. So it's going to be based, on the Senate now. If everything goes good, he will be nominated. I'm going to keep my fingers crossed.
So, all right. So what do you think the percentages are of him being nominated as to him not being nominated?
Wow, that's a tough question.
What do you think?
I'd say about 60-40 right now. So I'd go 60% that he will be nominated and he'll get into there. No problem. 40% that these Democrats are going to pull another stunt and try to delay it. Make it a longer process. I don't think at the end of the day that this guy is not going to get it. No, I think no matter what they try to pull out, they're not going to stop it from happening.
Yeah,
that's just my opinion. What do you think?
I think he'll be in there. I think he's going to get in there. I really do because I
hope so.
I think their whole thing now is saying, he didn't really nothing really there was no
Isn't this the type of people that we want in these positions that actually have a great reputation and, actually do the right thing?
The fucked up thing is there was no there's no definitive proof of this happening. You know what I mean?
Right.
So that right there, these people are judges, lawyers, come on. We all know,
right,
and they know at this point. Well, yeah, and that was a fucked up letter. Shannon, did you hear that video we did? We did the video on.
Right, you guys read the letter on Can We Talk on the last episode.
Yeah, it was fucked up.
Yeah, that's crazy. So basically, the doctor that is accusing him of sexual assault cheated on her ex, never brought up the fact that she was assaulted in the first place.
Yeah, never said a word, not one word, that she even knew Judge Kavanaugh. Not even one word about it.
Right, but it's okay for her to go out and cheat with other men. That's fine, though. She's being promiscuous, but she's being sexually assaulted 40 years ago.
Hey, the way I look at it is like, all right, if she didn't come forward and say something like this and try to fucking, kill this guy, then I would say, listen, whatever. She cheats on who she cheats on. It's none of my fucking business. You know what I mean? But now that she came forward and she fucking basically said that this guy did this and accused him of it and blah, 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 like she has to be held fucking, responsible too for her actions. So if she's going out there and fucking riding dick while, her boyfriend's sitting at home,
exactly,
then that's pretty fucked up, dude. And this bitch, is a lying, cheating fuck.
She's unfaithful.
And if you're a lying, cheating fuck, then that's it. You're a lying, cheating fuck. And you know what? There's pretty much nothing will save you after that. And
I'm not going to say it discredits her, as a person, but I mean, come on. If you cheat on your husband already, you're unfaithful. You have children, and you want to bring up something that happened 40 years ago. It just looks bad.
Yeah, and you know what? It looks like she's falling into party lines and doing what her party or whoever paid her to do is doing, and that's what she's doing. Maybe this was true. Maybe he did fucking like grab her tit or grab something or did this. Maybe it was. But guess what? It's not going to matter because obviously there's no proof of this. And to be bringing it up 40 years later is really stupid because if it bothered you that much, you should have did something about it back then instead of talking to people like she said she did randomly here and there going, you see that federal judge, Kavanaugh, that federal judge that's on TV right now?
Right. He made the same thing with Trump.
That's what she said that she
Daniels.
did. But I'm saying that's what she said she did. She said that she would mention to people once in a while, like if Kavanaugh's name came up in the news or he was on TV or whatever, with the person she was with, she would turn to them and be like, that man right there sexually assaulted me.
Right.
And they'd be like, what? So supposedly that's what she was doing at some points.
You would tell your significant other.
Yeah, like, come on now. Like that's a load of shit.
Especially if you were gangbanged.
Yeah, that's a load of shit right there. Like, oh, that's what she did. Instead of telling people I was sexually assaulted.
Right.
Oh no, I'm just gonna say it to people passing by, like, once he's seen on TV or something. It just makes no sense to me. So
maybe she lives a double life. Who knows?
I don't know, but all I know is, I don't like, this judge, like, I don't even know him, so I don't know him to like him or anything. I'm not defending this guy. I don't give a fuck about this guy, to be honest. Like, but if that was me in his shoes and I didn't do that shit, I would hope that there'd be decent people out there to help me,
let me clarify.
And help me get out of it, because that's fucked up, man. You being falsely accused of something, like, that's...
Yeah, I just want to clarify, though. It doesn't matter whether it's a Republican or a Democrat or an independent. If you are put on trial or you have to go for a hearing and you're being accused of sexual assault, no matter what party you're part of, if there's no evidence, the facts are the facts. That's why I would back them up no matter what. Even though I'm not a Democrat, if that was a Democrat in there and there was no evidence, I'd be saying the same thing. It's not about the party that they're part of. Because a lot of people are ignorant and they think, oh, the guy's a Republican, he's going to back a Republican no matter what he says. But no, it doesn't matter what party it is. There's no supporting evidence. They got nothing left. And they're having a tantrum at this point and just trying to delay. Yeah. I want to know why they're trying to delay. That's what I want to know.
Well, I mean, it kind of goes to what you've been, hollering about the last week. It's about they're trying to prolong it so they can maybe somehow get a special something to get one of their people in, or drag it to elections coming up in November, and so I mean, it's a number of things I think they're doing this for, but the main thing is because they hate Trump. That's the main reason why they're doing this.
Well, they brought up Stormy Daniels. That was like 12 years back.
I couldn't believe they brought Stormy Daniels on, nighttime television.
Oh, they're making her famous at this point.
Nighttime television she was brought on to.
And they don't care because as long as it makes Trump look
with
bad,
a bowl of mushrooms to pick out what looks more like Trump's penis.
Penis.
Yeah. That's what we're doing now. That's
she
where
wrote
we're
a
at.
book, and that's what she said. She described his penis.
That's
as
where
a
we're
bush.
at in comedy. That's where we're at in like show. You know, I don't even watch late shows anymore, man. When I was a kid, I used to watch Johnny Carson. I used to watch David Letterman.
Jay Leno.
You know, I used to watch all these guys. I even watched Arsenio Shitty Hall. Okay,
Wow.
I used to watch all these guys, right? So I love nighttime, you know, talk shows and shit like that. You would see, you know, famous comedians come on. You would see acts. You would see people you never saw before. All kinds of fun shit, especially on the Tonight Show. And now, look what it's fucking become, dude. It's become like a place where you can push your agenda through your channel. Like, so if it's NBC or ABC, yeah, put on the Tonight Show and let's push the agenda.
But that's the best stations to use to push an agenda, because if you think about it, they make everything into comedy, just like Matt Damon with the SNL skit. Everything is turned into comedy because when you can laugh at it, then you start to, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
it's like a nice way of trying to push.
Oh
an
yeah, well
agenda.
listen, that's what I do. I take serious moments and I joke like crazy to where my family is like, "Fuck is wrong with you?"
Yeah, but
you
that's
know?
different. These people have an actual agenda that they want you to think that Kavanaugh is like an alcoholic and he has a problem with beer.
Oh yeah. No, I get that.
This is what they do.
Yeah, this is what they do. I know.
Same thing with the media. It's the same thing all around. I mean, these people have a pretty strong grip on the control here. So I think it's starting to break free finally. I think, you know, people are starting to spread the word. You got people like Kanye that speak out, and you said he got like thrown out of SNL or something like that. But
yeah, I mean, I guess I don't know if it was like he was thrown out or they cut the power off or whatever they did.
Remember when he called George Bush a racist on MTV?
Yeah.
You remember that?
Yeah, and everybody fucking hated him for that. You know what I mean?
He was standing next to Mike Myers on
Well,
stage.
listen. You know what? Not everybody hated him for that. A lot of like people loved him for doing that, right? And then here he is 10, 15 years later, right? And he's yelling that he likes Bush, he likes Trump, right? And people are fucking more pissed at him for liking somebody than at getting up there and saying that our president is racist.
But that should say a lot.
It's
because
fucking
he called
crazy if
Bush
you
a
think about it.
racist, And he
But
likes Trump.
But yeah, but it's the crazy thing to see how like his career is twisted the way it did, like where it's one extreme to the other. Yeah, and you do have to kind of give him credit because it's like, you know, there he was calling Bush a fucking racist, right? Well, I'm saying there he is calling Bush a racist, but then here he is liking another president. So I give him credit, man, the guy, not because he likes Trump, but just because he feels, you know, like if he feels that he likes this person and he you know, wants to support them, he's gonna do it no matter what, man. And he's proved that, like no matter what.
Man, that guy's got a shoe company. He's got a clothing line. He's got a lot of stuff going for him.
Yeah.
You know, he's doing big things. So I feel like he has so much power himself that he can speak out against these people. And he does. I mean, look what happened when he spoke out at his concert and he ended up in a hospital.
Yeah, it was crazy shit.
They put him right into the hospital.
Yeah. They were like, "You're going away,
right from the concert."
They're like, "You're going away, motherfucker." He was like,
"Yeah, they don't fuck around."
They took his ass out, man. Like even his loved ones, like even his family was like, "Yeah, you gotta go."
Feeling all right.
They were like, "You gotta go, man." He was like, "I'm fine, man. There's nothing wrong with me at all. What the fuck is you talking about?"
He came back out blonde.
They were like, they were like, "No, listen, there's something wrong. There's something wrong." He's like, "There is nothing fucking wrong. Why do you guys keep saying this shit, man? I'm fucking totally fine." No, you had a meltdown on stage. No, fuck that. I spoke the truth. There's no meltdown. I just felt like getting it off my chest. No, you're going crazy.
For protection, because he ended up at like Trump Towers, and that was when he took the picture with Donald Trump with the blonde hair.
Yeah, and he looked bugged the fuck out at that point because he looked like he was like under pressure.
He's probably like, "You're gonna kill me."
Yeah, he probably was. You know, like people are after him, like ready to fucking just, you know, let him have it.
No. What all the stuff he was saying was a big no. You don't do that. He was calling out Jay-Z and Beyonce on stage.
Yeah,
too.
he was. He was saying they were puppets. They were fucking.
Oh, forget it.
And you know, he's one of the main guys that called out the Democratic Party for being like a bunch of bullshit because the Democratic Party is well loved in the black community. Like, you know, they're Democrat all the way. You know, most black people.
A Democrat himself.
Yeah, and the fucked up thing is that, you know, they don't realize what the Democrats are doing to them. But a lot of groups, not just black people, but a lot of groups are starting to figure out now that the Democrats are just as fucked up as the Republicans, if you really want to think. You know, like, it's just...
Right, they do manipulate people. You know,
they
we'll
do,
give you
man.
a free cell phone. We'll give you a little more money in welfare. We'll give you this. We'll give you that. That's why people mostly vote for them, because of the stuff that they give out. And in this economy, it's really tough out there. So, like, if you could get more, they don't give a shit. They'll vote them in, you know?
Yeah.
But at the same time, too, we got to look at what these people are doing when they get in office. They're not really doing the right thing. They're all like criminals. You got, like, the Clinton Foundation and all that shit.
I know.
I mean, this is like organized crime. They're worse than the mafia.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, they're like fucking mobsters.
Yeah, it's fucked up, man. It really is fucked up, dude.
It is fucked up.
When you think about it, you know?
Yeah, man. I really think this whole thing going on with Shane Dawson is, like, it's breathtaking right now.
I mean, this shit is, that's fucking, it's regular old YouTube magic.
Well, he's kind of changing the game right now on YouTube. Like, he's doing something a little bit different that's not really been seen before, and I feel like he's paving the way for YouTubers to do what he's doing. Like
a new type of outlet, a new type of way of expressing yourself, and making videos.
Docuseries.
Yeah, and it's really cool because it is kind of like, it's the type of stuff that you watch where you want to keep watching it. You know what I mean? And most of the time on YouTube, when you're dealing with YouTubers, you like watching their stuff. You got a guy like Ice Poseidon. I like watching his stuff. You know what I mean? He makes it fun. He goes and does weird things and funny things and talks to people and.
Right, he'd be considered a vlogger, right?
Yeah, he's a vlogger, definitely. But he does a lot of everything. But bottom line, what I'm trying to say is that it's like a new way of doing, like, some things on there now. Like, he's changed the game, like you said. He's actually changed the game.
It's about time, though, I'd say, because, you know what? A lot of stuff on YouTube, just like television, it gets old after a while. So when you got YouTube creators like that could change the game up,
yeah,
it's interesting. It makes it fresh and new. And
it is, and everything should,
different.
Change is great, man. I'm sorry, like, some people don't like change. I get that. But
I love it.
Change is great, you know what I mean? And doing things differently, trying different things, that's the way to go, especially on YouTube. You know what I mean? That's where it matters, the most.
Definitely.
So
I mean, this guy, he's making, like, chapters, so it's like kind of like a storybook. He's doing, like, these little episodes. I believe it's going to be 8 episodes, but they're 45 minutes each. And it's going to be over, like, a month or a little bit over a month period of time, like, when they start coming out here and there. I think there's a couple out now, but I haven't watched them yet.
Yeah.
But this is pretty much all about Jake Paul. And he gets different views from different YouTubers, like their opinions and everything on Jake Paul, how they feel about him. And, it's highly controversial, a lot of drama. I mean, it's like, this is better than television. I'd rather watch YouTube than watch TV at this point.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people are doing that now, dude. A lot of people are doing that.
So much better.
A lot of people just go right on it.
This is not a fucking, like, actors with a script. This is real shit that people talking shit about other people. This is not like a fucking fake TV show.
Yeah, it's kind of, you know what? You're right about that, because when you really think about it, YouTube adds the element that TV didn't have. You're connected in a way to these people you're watching on your screen at home on your TV.
Exactly.
You used to not be connected to the people that were on your screen. You didn't know them. You didn't get to hear their heart, like, felt like, wants and their fuck ups and their apologies and their when they shine and you love what they do and they're doing great, and the interaction. Sometimes you have interaction with these people who are YouTubers and stuff if you're a fan, and that's what the part of TV never had. And like you said, the part of it being real, because this is sometimes real beef with, I know it sounds like YouTube beef and people, here go a bunch of fucking stupid YouTubers beefing with each other again, but no, these shits have, like, real life consequences to them, like where money is lost or feelings are hurt to the point where people back out of fucking YouTube and delete their whole fucking YouTube like a FouseyTube. Like, these things matter.
I don't know if Shane Dawson came up with this idea himself or somebody hit him off with this idea, but let me tell you, just the fact that you can even follow the beef as it unfolds, because as this is happening in real time, and Jake Paul comments, Logan Paul has made comments in the video,
as
it's happening, records it and throws it in for the next videos, for the next chapters. So we get to watch it happen in real time.
Yeah, exactly.
As it's happening.
Exactly. Yep.
And that's pretty fucking
That's
exciting.
That's another thing that, you didn't have on TV like back in the days before YouTube
Definitely
coming
not.
on TVs and shit. Like you didn't have that. You know what I mean? There's so many elements that come along with watching YouTube programming, whether it be even some of the stuff that they're doing on their own now with YouTube kind of going the Netflix way and creating their own shit. And I gotta say, there are some good shows here on YouTube. Like the sneaker show that was on here was really cool because I'm a sneakerhead. I love sneakers. So I watched this show about, them making sneakers and stuff. And there's a lot of good shit here on YouTube. And most of it's free. You know what I mean?
Let me ask you, Shane Dawson, I don't know if you know, but he apologized publicly. Do you feel that was even necessary for him to apologize for making the documentary?
No, I don't. Like, why did he do that?
Well, because he's been getting a lot of hate. I mean, he's got a lot of views. Like, I think it was like 40 million or something like that. I mean, this thing went viral like crazy. Even PewDiePie was talking about it. But,
yeah, everybody was.
It's huge. It's a huge thing right now. But he issued an apology because I guess, he doesn't want all these people coming out and hating him. But at the same time, too, it's like, whether it's good or bad, it's still publicity.
Well, see, that's back to what I was just saying. Like, you get to see these people through their good and their bad fucking parts of their career on here. And it's like, you get a guy like that who all of a sudden has to apologize for some shit that popped off, you know what I mean? And it's like real deal consequences, because if that guy doesn't go on there and apologize, realistically, probably he's going to lose money that he's making. It'll definitely, change his income. But most of these guys who are smart, like Akeem Star, who took, and I'm not saying this to kiss his ass or anything like other people fucking do constantly, but I'm saying it because it is true that, he was on the brink of destruction, this guy. Like, he was, looked at as like one of the biggest scumbag YouTubers on the internet. Nobody wanted to talk to him. All the other YouTubers are like, fuck this guy. Let's all ban against him. They all went after him. And in the end, he just got more popular and just did more of what he was doing in the first place.
Well, the reason why Shane Dawson got hate to begin with was because of the fact that he said that Jake Paul had a personality disorder. So he basically went to like this therapist or psychologist. I don't know what the term was for her, but they were basically describing what a sociopath is.
Yeah.
And they were basically saying like, these are the qualities, or, this is how a sociopath acts. And then they were comparing it to Jake Paul. So he's basically saying that this guy's a sociopath. He has no empathy. He has no feelings for his fans. That he basically just doesn't give a shit. He's all about just views and subs and money. So, a lot of people were outraged because of the fact that it was mental.
You know what? Most of these guys are just about the views and the money and the fame.
Right, the guy's got a huge ego. I mean, and I don't blame him. He's got a lot of fans and a lot of money, but you should.
Nobody should have a huge fucking ego. I'm sorry. Okay, you're a human being. Like, you're
humble.
not God, you're not Jesus. Like, calm the fuck down. You know what I mean? Like, some of these guys get a little too, like a Fousey Tube gets a little too carried away with himself. You know what I mean?
Well, he's probably feeling himself because they
definitely feeling himself. I mean,
won that boxing match, so that really amped up that ego.
It did definitely.
Yeah.
And he beat his ass too. I mean, I some people might disagree with that, but honestly, I think Paul fucking dominated that fight, man. Like, I know KSI got the hometown call, which that happens in boxing a lot. I get that, but come on now, we know who won that fight. We know who landed more punches, who threw more punches, and blah blah blah, the whole nine. You know what I mean? So it's like, but yeah, you're right.
I don't know. I mean, YouTube is just on the up and up right now, especially even with that. Like, who would have thought you'd see YouTubers boxing each other online?
No, you would never think that. And what it's become and what it still can become, and I think this is also has to do with the whole ad apocalypse and the whole entire they're banning channels left and right if stupid shit. I think what's happening is a cleansing is going on, and a lot of the smaller YouTubers who are like medium range, 100,000 to 500,000 subs, they're making some cash. They're doing their thing. They're making a pretty good, play at it right now. They got a pretty decent following at that height. Those guys are the guys that they said, all right, we need to get rid of them. Like, we need to get rid of those guys.
Right, it's all about being creative, breaking free.
Because everybody was starting to do the same fucking bullshit, and it was getting watered down at one point. Like the whole entire shit that was going on with, you know, what's his name? The little runt who made fun of Tommy NC. What's his name?
Little runt.
The little fuck who made fun of Tommy NC.
A lot of people make fun of Tommy.
No, the guy who made fun of him and he made the viral video. Come on, dude.
And he made a viral video.
Leafy, dude. Leafy. How do you not know who I'm talking about?
You said
but anyway,
the guy
he's
like
a little
tall
runt.
guy.
No, he's not. He's fucking like 4 foot tall, bro.
Oh, I thought he was a pretty tall guy.
No, dude, not at all. But anyway, you know, like a dude like that. Everything was getting watered down. It was all these like commentary videos where, hey, look at Roger. Roger's a guy who fucking threw himself off the roof the other day, and I'm doing a whole video on it. It was like,
were fucking hilarious.
There was, but in its heyday, the whole commentary thing with a lot of these YouTubers rose up. It was good. You liked it. You watched it. You watched it. It was too much. It was too much.
But I disagree. He was original. He was like one of the first to really
Who was
make
original
a mark on it.
Who?
Then a lot
Leafy?
of people started doing it.
Are you saying Leafy?
Yeah.
Are you saying
Leafy?
Leafy was original.
Not the
no
original
way, dude.
person.
No way, dude.
One of
Leafy's style
to make a mark on YouTube.
But
with
dude,
that
honestly,
kind of content.
Leafy's style was like just like everybody else's who was doing
jocked
commentary bullshit. No bullshit. He came around after a lot of YouTubers, bro. I was watching YouTube before him.
A couple that did that.
That did commentary. That started out with commentary
with the video games in the background like that.
Dude, he wasn't the first one to do the video games in the background like that. I'm telling you.
Any big YouTubers as big as Leafy was at the time that was doing the same.
I'll tell you what, all those guys from that FaZe and all those guys were doing that shit. They were doing commentary over their video game play.
FaZe Clan was doing that.
Yeah, all those guys were doing that at one point.
Right, but I mean that was all at the same time. That's why I said people got tired of it after a while. But Leafy was like up there. Leafy was.
He was up there, but if you go look, the reason I'm saying this is because you have to put all the eggs in one basket and look at what he is now. And right now, his shit's dead. He can't even
stop doing it.
No, it's not because he stopped doing it. It's because the market dried up, bro. Nobody wanted to hear.
Get out of here.
I'm telling you right. No bullshit, dude. Go on YouTube and find me commentary videos like they used to be with video games in the background and people talking about other YouTubers and like for instance, Leafy would come on here and he'd do a video about some fat kid that fell in his backyard that was uploaded to YouTube 2 days before, and he'd fucking make millions of fucking hits on the video, and he'd probably make a couple of $1,000, right?
Most interesting people to make fun of on his channel.
But but you seen these people around the internet. A million people did the same exact shit. Before and
over 4 million subs.
Before and after him, dude. Before and after him, people were doing that. Before and after him, it was just watered the fuck down.
Well, maybe they were doing.
Let me tell you something.
But they weren't doing it as good.
Let me just tell you something. I know for a fact that I'm right because Leafy said it himself. The whole reason he stopped doing these videos now is because he felt there's no room for them anymore. Nobody wants to see them anymore. His views went down tremendously in a year's time. Tremendously.
The guy stopped like 10 months ago, though.
He stopped for the reason because he said it was over. The commentary videos were over. It was done.
The guy ranges from 500,000 views and up.
Yes, but you're not understanding what I'm saying, dude.
His channel was
you're not understanding what I'm saying. His channel was dying, dude. You can go ask anybody; they'll tell you. Yes, his channel was dying, bro. Go ask Keemstar. Keemstar will tell you the same thing. Leafy's channel was dying. I'm telling you.
Keemstar's channel was dying at one point, and he bounced
Yes,
back.
it was, but and Leafy could do the same thing, but he hasn't done it. So
he asked everybody, "Why am I getting so much hate?"
Dude, I'm telling you right now, if you go and ask Leafy himself, he has videos that were made and interviews that he did where he said he stopped doing it because the market was like dried up and nobody wanted to see these videos anymore.
You know what's dried up? Conor McGregor's cauliflower ear. That's pretty.
Guy walks around with a fucking dozen donuts on his fucking head. Guy's walking around like Mr. Donut.
I saw him and Kebab.
The fuck is going on? I saw him and Kebab.
I saw them looking into each other's eyes for the fighting picture, and they both got cauliflower ears.
Yeah, they were like, they tried to take a bite out of each other's donut.
They were imagine that, man.
Yeah, I mean, the guy's got a fucking.
Doesn't even want none of that.
It's funny, man, because it's like fucking big donut, you know, just walking around like two big donuts.
Who do you think's gonna win?
Get your donuts here.
Get your donuts here.
Get your donuts here.
Yeah. Fucking nasty, bro.
Get your donuts. Right now, you got Khabib and McGregor. Who's gonna win?
Big fried donuts here.
Big fried.
Yeah. Oh my God, dude. They got fucking donut here.
Well, I got my money on Khabib.
I think that Khabib
Donut
would.
ears. Get your donut ears here.
Yeah, you donut ears. I think that McGregor has not fought in a year. I think the last match that he fought, he lost. It's on his mind, even though he boxed and it wasn't a UFC event. I think that he's
still
going
trains,
in.
though, doesn't
Yeah,
he?
he does. I think he's going in against a guy who's undefeated and might beat his fucking ass in.
26-0.
Okay, and this guy's dangerous. All right.
He's a fucking monster.
And I think that if he gets beat, you might see another 2 or 3 fights out of him, and that's it. His career's over. If he loses this bout, he's gonna have 2 or 3 fights left in him, and his career's over. If he wins this, he goes right the fuck back on top of the heap, because you're beating a guy who, when you left and you went to train and you went boxing and you fought fucking some champion that never lost before. And if you think about it, he's facing 2 undefeated guys in a row. One in the boxing ring and one in the fucking octagon, man. And that's
making a name for himself.
It's pretty funny, man, because he's got to win one of these. So what I'm going to say is he is a true champion. He does give it his all. I say that Conor McGregor wins this, but not...
But why do you say that he has to win?
He has to win this. Has to win.
What does that mean? Like, the guy's going to give up and...
If he doesn't win this, and it looks like he might have lost his step, it's very bad for him. That'll be very, very bad for him. Obviously it'll be bad for him, but I'm talking like in the sense of where he might not be able to bounce back from that, man. After taking the loss to Mayweather and then coming in here and if he gets his ass beat, that's even worse.
Remember when he was throwing all that shit at that bus?
Yeah.
On camera?
Yeah, man.
Then he had, I think he just paid fines and all that. I don't think he really got in trouble, but... it's nice to be a celebrity.
Yeah, it is. You get away with shit.
Anything.
Yep, exactly. You get away with shit.
If I fucking did that to a bus, I'd be fucking locked up for 10 years in prison.
I know, man. Me and you
man,
both.
These people get away with murder.
Yeah, that's how it is, man.
And now he's going to go have a huge fight. And on top of that, he's going to make fucking tons of money, this guy.
He makes bank.
Oh, yeah.
He's going to make bank no matter where he goes.
You know how much they're predicting that he's going to make on Saturday? $100 million.
What? For a UFC fight?
That McGregor could win.
How's that possible for a UFC fight, dude?
Well, not even win. He can make, because it's not about winning. Even if the guy loses, he's still going to make that much money because of the turnout. You know how many people bet on these kind of fights and how much the tickets cost?
It's crazy that UFC has rose to the level where it's at now. That boxing...
It's huge now.
Boxing, basically, the only thing keeping boxing alive is YouTube. Celebrities. At this point.
Right, not a lot of people do actually watch boxing anymore.
It's fucking funny, man, how things change after a while,
Hopefully that doesn't happen to football, though. Because there's always so much controversy surrounding football.
Yeah, there is, man, constantly.
You're not going to be on for the show this week, right?
No, we're not going to be on Saturday night, and we're not going to be on Sunday morning. But I will be on Saturday night, like live streaming and all that shit. Vlogging, stogging, and I'm gonna be drunk, pissy. I'm gonna be pissy drunk off the Dom Perrin, and I'm also gonna be coming on Monday Tuesday I'll be on. Tuesday night we'll be on, and then we'll also do. I think there'll be an extra Patreon show on here too for the weekend because we're not gonna be around.
A lot of content.
Then you got Filthy's coming up with his stuff very soon with the Game Room, another episode of that. And then me and Chris, I think we're going to record before I leave to go to Boston, Bloodline. So all those should be on the Patreon this weekend. If they're not, they'll be loaded up by like Monday or Tuesday. And episode fucking 100, man, coming up. And it's going to be here very soon because, you got the 3-day weekend. I'm going to be coming back Monday from Boston. And then I go to work Tuesday. And then bang, the next day, here it is. And I
cannot believe 100 episodes.
Yeah, I can't even believe that we've been on that long.
Quick.
It really did, man.
Yeah.
Went fucking really fast.
At least we could reminisce and have the usuals come on and maybe a couple new people.
Yeah, we're going to have a lot of people on that we haven't had on in a while. We're going to have some new people, hopefully. It should be a good night. We're going to go back in time and we're going to reminisce. And then we got a lot of clips to play. We got some shit to give away. We got some guess the voice type of things we're gonna do that night.
Pretty fun.
Yeah, we're gonna do that. We're gonna do a couple of things, you know. So we got a good night in store for us on Wednesday, and I hope everybody can join us and
we got to do another
come
90
and chill.
show.
Yeah, we do have to. I mean, we did 2 of them already.
I know, but they're so exciting.
We got to do like an 80s, man.
Electrifying.
We should do an 80s or a 2000s.
Yeah, that's sick.
You know?
Yeah.
But yeah, those 90s.
Did we do a 2000s yet or no?
No, we didn't. And those 90s shows was awesome, bro. Both of them were good. We did one where we had like fucking 200 people sub to the channel, and we had like maybe 10 people watching the show we did. But it was still fun, and we laughed our asses off. And that's on here. That's actually on this channel.
Memories.
The video is on here if you go back really far and look for the 90s show. The original one is on here. And then we did another one once we got like, you know, a couple of like I think over 1,000 subs we had at that point. So we had a little bit of a bigger audience. So they asked us to do it again, and we were like, "Fuck yeah, we'll do it again." So we never did. We never really did. We did the 80s, but we never did the 2000s. So who knows? Maybe we'll do another 80s or 2000s or even another 90s. Who knows? Because there's so much shit you can talk about on it still. So it's like you could do a whole nother 90s and still have a ton of shit to bring up that you didn't the first time. You know? Oh my God, Tommy's here.
Tommy!
Stab, 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 Tommy. Stab, stab, stab you, Tommy. I want to stab, stab, stab you.
He'll be on for the 100th episode.
I don't know, man.
Everybody will get their Tommy fill.
I don't know.
I'm in front.
I don't know.
He's just got to deal with Tommy first.
Tommy and Fami night. Let's see, maybe Tuesday night. I'm going to be on Tuesday night live for sure, 100%. The night before episode 100. So you guys will see us live then. A couple of shows will be over here, be loading up soon. This one and a couple of other ones. And you'll be seeing from us this week, from me and Filthy this weekend at Boston live during the Yankee and the McGregor fight and all that shit. Mr. Locky Lo, thanks for jumping on, brother, for a Can We Talk. And don't forget to check Lucky's channel out under the umbrella of Foulmouth's network. You know,
sister channel.
Networks. Go over there and look under the channels.
No Hard Feelings.
Yeah, go check the channels underneath Foulmouths, and you'll see No Hard Feelings channel. The videos that we do on here eventually get loaded up onto there. So if you go over there and hit the sub button, hit the like button, listen to the videos, there'll be some new exclusive stuff on that channel as well coming up down the line that Lucky's going to do and all that stuff. So you will get stuff over there that you don't get here as well. Also, guys, big shout out to the Patreon people. Love you guys, man. You guys truly are the ones that keep us going. Big shout out to you guys. You see the ticker under the bottom, the last one, that gives you all the up-to-the-date information on Foulmouth's network. So everything under there, I don't have to explain it every single fucking show. You guys can look at that new line that we added, and it'll tell you everything about us. Beautiful. You know, it'll tell you an update on Tommy's suspension, if somebody's suspended or something from the channel. It'll give you the #1 donators record of all time up there, which we put up there, which was set this weekend by the one and only Bear, who shocked the fuck out of everybody, man. Did not expect that, man. Big shout out to the Bear. He beat Himmelgard's old numbers. But hey, listen, we'll see what happens. Tommy's not supposed to be here for 100 unless he sits down with Fami and hangs out and takes a little rubbish to him. But if you don't want to do it, then he's not going to be here, and that's it. Plain and simple. It is what it is.
We love you, Tom.
But yeah, guys, we're trying to add new stuff to the channel, trying to add new features, all that stuff, constantly trying to add new stuff. Like I said to you guys during the show the other night, the money we make on the channel, I pay the guys, and then we go out and we buy equipment for the show. Cameras soon. Everybody's going to be on cam finally with me during the shows. So everything we're updating as we go along. And if you go back and you look at 1 year ago, which you're going to see Wednesday, you go back and look at our shows from a year ago, there is a big, huge fucking difference. And it's because of you guys. It's not because of us. It's because of you guys, especially the people on the Patreon. And to everybody else, the Gorilla Strongs, the Himmelgards, the Sidnickies. And I know I don't name everybody, and I don't want to leave anybody out, but I will name everybody Wednesday night when I'm showing some love, because I'm going to say a little thing at the end of the show on Wednesday night just to show some love to you guys. And I had this whole thing that I written down, what means a lot to me about this channel. And real deal shit. I know it's a comedy channel, but you know how I get. Sometimes it's a hard thing to talk about. So anyway, we'll see you guys. Have a great weekend coming up. Have a good Friday tomorrow. Mr. Locky Lo, thank you for coming in and hanging. And we'll see you guys soon. Peace out, everybody.
Peace.
Peace.